Welcome back. I'm Julie Steelman, and I want to talk to you about something really potent and powerful today. We're going to be talking about wealthy beyond measure. And this is about breaking the silence on women, money, and power. It's a new dawn, it's a new era that we have arrived in. And I don't know about you, but I can feel it in my bones. A shift happening under the surface of everything. Something old is falling away in a really big way, in a kind of cataclysmic way, right? And something wiser, more grounded, and more powerful is actually trying to emerge through us, especially through women who've already lived enough life to know we cannot go back to sleep. We're being called like never before, not to work harder, not to strive more, but to wake up to the truth of our power, our voice, and step into our wealth. And that's what this new conversation is about. Welcome to Wealthy Beyond Measure, where we break the silence on women, on us, on our money, and our personal power. I want to tell you about the day the silence broke for me. It was Saturday, and my partner and I attended the No Kings Day March in Santa Cruz. There were over 15,000 people gathered. It was extraordinary. Signs, passion, love, community, solidarity. The feeling that we weren't alone in wanting a better world, a better United States, right? Hopeful. People were ready to stand out for what they believed in, waving signs, wearing costumes, bringing drums, cheering. And the crowd was buzzing when we first arrived, and they were waving signs and standing shoulder to shoulder in solidarity. I couldn't even see all the people that were actually there. But then as the march began, something changed and something happened, and it shocked me. The sound faded. The cheering stopped. People walked in silence. 15,000 people went utterly silent. I stood in the middle of it, feeling the air grow heavy. The hesitation was really palpable. And in that moment, I saw it. The same silence is what's happening inside so many of us right now. I'm actually getting chills. We show up, we care deeply. I am getting tingles down my spine. I hope you are too, right? And we've worked for decades. We've earned the right, as Brene Brown says. We've raised families, built careers, had successes, carried the weight, always put other people first, right? Built homes, built families, sustained ourselves if we're single. That is no joke to sustain yourself if you're single. I was single for 13 years after my husband died. But somewhere along the way, we actually started to question, is it okay if I speak? Is it safe to succeed? Who am I to take the lead? Right? That hesitation, that silence is what keeps women from standing in their full financial and personal power. I'm here to change it. And I hope that you'll come along the ride with me. So on that walk, my partner and I did what our instincts told us to do. We started chanting. We started leading the cheering. We started calling out and getting responses. We started the call and response. Streets lined with people and no one saying a word. We started the chants. My partner started saying, if we're silent, they win. And people started picking up the chant, because we were calling out what we stood for and people were looking to be led. And one by one, the people around us found their voices again and the silence broke. Right? And I'm telling you this because that moment reminded me of something I've been seeing everywhere, in boardrooms, in businesses, on social media, in relationships, in how women talk about money, or how women talk about their successes, or how women talk about their wisdom. Because we've learned to be too quiet about our power, to play it safe. It feels unsafe to be fully expressed right now, today, in this moment in the United States. It's a hardcore game of whack-a-mole, right? Let's just call a thing a thing. And we downplay what we want to say. We downplay our successes. We wait for permission to lead, to earn, and to speak. I felt like a leader that day. That crowd was calling for leadership. It wasn't about Julie Steelman, it was about the leadership. And I want to inspire you to step into your leadership in a way that you haven't before. Because silence is how the old systems win, right? And speaking, not just loudly, but authentically from your essence, is how we reclaim our wealth and our worth and our well being. Okay. This isn't just about money, it's about energy, agency, and alignment. It's about making a psycho spiritual shift. One of the most important things we will ever do as a human race right now, in this moment, at this time, is make the needed psycho spiritual shift in how we relate to wealth and to power, and one that begins within. Because if you want a radiantly healthy planet, we need to make this shift. If you want to see a redistribution of wealth, we need to make this shift. If you want to see your kids and your grandkids flourish in a world, in an economy where there's peace and there's prosperity for all, we need to make this psycho spiritual shift. I think we were given birth for this reason, to be here at this time, to actually be doing this work. Okay. And so, what's the shift we actually need to make? Because if we're going to step into a wealthy beyond measure economy, wealthy beyond measure humans, wealthy beyond measure society, and a wealthy beyond measure world, and wealthy beyond measure women, right? Who are leading from ethics, from integrity, from philanthropy, from a state of being resourced, where we understand that money's neutral. Money does not reward good or bad. Money follows energy. And so for too long, we've been taught to measure wealth by net worth and what we have, not by not by how deeply we know or own our value. For too long, we've not stood in our full value, right? But being wealthy beyond measure is about something far greater. It's about standing in our full voice, leading with clarity, integrity, and compassion, and about being unshakable and unapologetic in who we are. And even when the world feels epically unstable. And I believe that now, right now, right, is the moment we must choose to live that way. May this message be your turning point. May it be your unsilencing. May it be your unveiling. Because the truth is, we're living in a kind of daily whack-a-mole, as I said before, of fear and distraction and distrust. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed, to retreat, to go silent. But this is exactly when our leadership matters. Because the way I see it, if you're asking me, Julie Steelman, this moment in history of the great wealth transfer, money, mega trillions of dollars moving into the hands of women as we speak right now today, in a very short period of time, we're not prepared for it because we'll start giving it away. We'll start using it inappropriately because we feel indebted for receiving it. We've got to change that, right? And we can fall back into the silencing, the retreating, the suppression of the pre-feminine rising era, because that's a potential quagmire. Or we can make this psycho-spiritual shift and leap forward and start leading and becoming the world we want to see. Is it going to be easy? No. Do we maybe need to put on our conflict hats a little bit more? Yes. Do we need to speak up? Yes. Because I don't know about you, but I'm unwilling for ICE to comb my streets and take people away because it's illegal. And I'm an American citizen and I stand for freedom and I stand for our rights. And I hope you're with me on that, right? And this is our moment to not go to sleep, step down, silence up because of the state that the world is in. It's our moment to stop apologizing for our power. I'm going to say it again. This is the moment you stop apologizing for your power. All the things you haven't done, all the reasons you sit at home, all the reasons you haven't put your things out there into the world, made money, stepped back, not got a promotion, played small, because you're actually apologizing for your own power and your power scares you, right? I get it. I get it. Until you figure out that it's your best ally at a time like this on the planet in this moment, right? And I'm going to ask you to stop dimming your light and to stop making others comfortable with your truth or denying your truth so that others are comfortable, to stop asking if it's okay to want more. Okay? Because you're not too much and you're not too late and you're certainly not done. I know I'm not. And so the invitation here is really to, if you're feeling that stirring in your belly, good. I got my belly fire lit back up and reignited during the No Kings March because we are headed into hardcore fascism. There's no room for the people in that. Corporations are what lead, which puts the economic standing and removes financial power from the people. I'm not into that, and I'm not going to support that. And so if you're quietly knowing that you're meant for more, please don't silence it. I need you. We need you. The world needs you. Consider this your activation. You've been called, right? And let that fire rise. Use your voice, claim your worth, stand for your power, stop apologizing for your power, and start activating your freedom, your financial freedom, and your right to choose how you live and how you lead. The world needs one of every five people needs to be a leader right now because of how much personal retreating is happening for people in our daily game of whack-a-mole that's happening right now. And it's scary. There's no question. And so we need to link arms, these kind of arms, as we move forward, because we need more women fully alive, fully ready for the great wealth transfer to absolutely shift the financial world on its head with the right use of resources, with a planetary focus in mind, with our generative power intact, and no more extraction and destruction, and instead uplifting the community to thrive and to do well together. Because what's happening is we're moving from the economy into the we economy. And so we are those women who are wealthy beyond measure. And so if this is a message that speaks to you, please share it with a sister who's ready. Please share it with everyone you know. Send it out in an email with a link, right? Because I'm ready to stand beside you. And I want more of us linking these arms to stand beside each other. Leave a comment below if you're willing. Leave a comment below if you're unwilling to be silenced. If you want to be seen and you want to be heard and you want to be acknowledged, this is a great place to start if you're ready to speak, to lead, and to rise. This is our time. And I've got so much more to come for you. But I wanted to tell you where we're at and that our opportunity window has escalated and our time to work through it has accelerated. And so together we're breaking the silence on women, money, and power. And if you want to reach out to me and speak to me personally about this, feel free to do that. It's my name on all social media platforms, Julie Steelman. Reach out to me and let's talk. And I would love to come and talk to your people and be on your stage. And with that, until next time, stay fiercely feminine.